What up YouTube, your boy the Flying Spanner here. Today we have a F1 update and I thought I'd make a really big effort, well, a little bit of an effort with this one. So today's update is going to be a bit different. So I'm using my camera and also a tripod. So the tripod's in like the corner where the cargo buildings are. So a little bit going on, makes it a little bit more stable. The camera's not going to faff around, but it does mean I'm not really going to move from this point. That's why I'm using the camera, because it enables. I did try with the phone, but the phone on the virtual zoom, or I can't remember what it's called, just doesn't really work. So let me quickly fix something that has obviously fallen down in the process of me setting up the camera. Right, so this update is not too much has changed. I'm sure you'll notice the new addition to the airport as we go around, and it's annoying because I do a little pre-check of an update and make sure everything's there and there's nothing on there, and I keep where there's quite a lot of bouncing going on at the moment. Yeah, stuff falls over quite easily. So let's crack on the update. So this 787 Japan Airlines has arrived in probably about half an hour early, and this aircraft is arriving in from Tokyo Haneda. And just before I go too far, this airport is, so this is scheduled for the 30th of October. Well, that's the update, I don't know why I said that. It's a Saturday and it is about 20 to 12, so the final bits of the morning rush are going out and the short hauls begin to come back, so I hope you enjoy. We've got a very new route coming in, so we'll cover that one when we get there. So yeah, this Japan Airlines arriving about half an hour early, and we'll be following the Etihad 787, which is just pushing, as you can see here. This aircraft is just pushing for Abu Dhabi, so when the aircraft is pushed, Japan Airlines will then follow it round to its stand, which is actually stand 12. So really the tower, the ground controls are debating giving it full of text instructions just to come and go the wrong way around, a little bit round the wrong way of the one-way system that we kind of got here. So this Etihad 787-9, really can't work on my camera zoom. Sometimes it focuses, sometimes it's not. It's not want to focus there. So this aircraft's pushing back for Abu Dhabi. It's completely lost focus. I lost focus and I actually stopped the video somehow, so this is probably why I don't use my camera. I'm zooming, so that's a lovely livery. There we go. It's just got the tug there, as you can see, and then in the background we've got two TUI aircraft. The 737-800 on the left and the 757-200 on the right. These aircraft, this Friday is now officially a rest day for them. So when the winter schedule kicks off from next week, these aircraft will be resting on Fridays, as you can see here, because there's no actual requirement or there's no flights for them to do on the Friday. The long haul 787 covers them, even though it's flying short haul kind of thing. Yeah, it's weird. And next to that we have a Swiss C Series or A220-300. This is by Herpa, and oh my god, why can't you not focus? We have to kind of go in. There we go, you're kind of focusing, but then you go, oh, how? How does that? I've got no idea. I'm using the phone slightly easier. I cannot get my focus on the phone either. There we go, that's better. This C-Series Swiss is currently boarding and it's got about 5-10 minutes to go, and that aircraft is heading out to Zurich. That's operating the Zurich. Then the far corner, as you can see, we've got the currently stored 737-8 MAX in the TUI 787 MAX. And fingers crossed with all the news that's kind of coming out these past few weeks, as I kind of keep saying every week, keep going on about it. Hopefully this aircraft will be airborne soon, fingers crossed. Can see the engineer's vans kind of doing some storage checks on them, which is always good to see, keeping it airworthy. Waiting for its steam to get back in the sky, and we're coming up to the first, well, one of the new routes which is coming up. So KLM are now operating a 777. Well, the 777 routes kind of vary between a 777-300 and a 787-9. The other aircraft they are basing here is a A330-300 or 200, I can't remember which model I got. These aircraft will be operating long haul from the airport. So the 777 mainly operates the longer routes. So this one, for example, has arrived in from Brazil, Sao Paulo, and is heading out to Kansai in Japan, I think so. And then like the A330 operates some transatlantic routes to America and the Caribbean kind of thing. So there's a nice vary. They pretty much operate daily, apart from one day, which I think is a Friday. The 777 kind of misses out because it's in Bangkok for a couple of days. But apart from that, very happy to have the new route. I've always wanted KLM at an airport, and if I can just kind of take the height up, which actually might be a better idea. I do kind of like this perspective though. So, taking that up, I shall tilt down. There we go. There you go. We've got it's the Orange Pride 777, which is always lovely. I do, probably one of my favourite liveries. As I always say, I like the KLM livery. Kind of like their fleet and everything. So that's very good. And then next up we have a returner. So we haven't had Air Canada 777 in for a while, but I've realised they do still use the old livery. So it is easily enough to have on the airport. And also I have got a 330 coming in the new livery from NG, which is coming from Hong Kong. So got a few more Air Canada ops that will be kicking up, and I'm sure when they get, stop the bloody camera again, didn't I? When they get 321 Neos or something along them lines, they'll be operating them. But this Air Canada 777-300 is operating Montreal. I believe that's going to continue on a 777, and then the Toronto or even the Montreal might move to a 330, and then you have the 777 on Toronto and so on. So then next up we have a Ryanair 737-800. This aircraft just pushing back, and this is operating the Stansted service. They've started the Stansted flights back up, which is always good to see. Ryanair are still in constant talks with the airport to try and get us a couple of slots, but I've only got one Ryanair model, so it wouldn't be too much of a base for them. But there's plenty of room for them overnight anyway. In the schedule, so that's just pushing back, and they'll be heading out to Stansted. Then a little bit closer, just in the final, just arrived in, we have the EasyJet A320 Sharklet. It's the Velocity model, and this aircraft is operating has arrived in from Vienna and will be heading out to Bilbao. So I haven't actually changed my EasyJet schedule yet from the summer one, purely because I don't really think there's too much difference. I will look into it to get it done. I've done all the other the base operators into the winter, so I'll have a look at EasyJet eventually. Then next up we have a Air Transat 321 Neo. This is the Aero Classics model, and I really wish I got this from America. I didn't realise you had to pay customs charges and all that good stuff. Well, I say good stuff, all that bad stuff, because that's another 15 quid on top of the model price, which is already expensive. So I would have got the JC Wings version, which comes from Hong Kong, which you don't get customs tax on. So this Air Transat 321 Neo, if I can say it any more times, is operating to Toronto. So as what I just said with the Air Canada, if Air Canada do go into Toronto, they're kind of merging into the Air Transat territory. Same as if they were to fly from Calgary, they'd be going into WestJet territory. So there's still talks, nothing confirmed as of yet. As far as I'm aware, they'll probably stay as the Air Transat operating Toronto. Air Canada get Montreal, potentially Vancouver on the triple. But as I said, everything can change, as I'm sure this year has taught us that. So going down, through onto the home stretch, taxiing to the active, we have an American 787-8. This aircraft is operating to New York JFK. Then we have, just in the final stages of boarding, God, this is a really nice view. I should use the camera more and the tripod more. This is excellent. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, by the way, guys, otherwise I won't do it again if you prefer the other style. This Singapore A350 is boarding up and it's got about 10-15 minutes to go, and they'll be heading out to Singapore. That's kind of operating majority cargo, as per usual with most airlines, which is quite nice to see them still flying though. Then next up, just on a longer 4 hours, I think it's down for a while. It is down for about 3 hours. This Virgin Atlantic 787-9 is just being catered up, serviced, and will be heading out. Has arrived in from Bridgetown, Barbados, and will be heading out to Shanghai this evening. Then next to it, we've got the lovely Delta A330neo. This aircraft is just loading up and will be heading out to Atlanta. So, got the final model. Kind of didn't conclude quick enough on that one. Nope, doesn't like it. See me out more. Ooh, there we go. This TAP A320, this is the normal version, the CEO. This aircraft's just taxiing and going to chuck a quick left turn and will be heading out to Porto. So I think that's probably the last time you'll see that TAP model. I'm going to replace it with my 320neo, which I really like. So if you didn't notice while I was kind of pathetically panning around to that KLM, we've officially got a car park. So it's not fully complete, as you can see there's still gaps in it, doesn't look the best as of yet. There will be cars going on the top, and as soon as I get cars, they'll make it 10 times better. But this is kind of the first stage of my centre project kind of being done. So I just need to kind of do the ramp to go up to the higher levels, and then I've got some little drill bits that I attach into a drill, and it's kind of like a circle saw. So it could end terribly, I could end up losing all my fingers, but hey ho, we'll give it a go. So we'll make some tunnels for the cars to go down, all that kind of good stuff. I've got plenty of time off now from work again. So fingers crossed, without any luck, I'll get that done. So the central area is kind of my priority at the moment. Then I'll probably move on to the cargo area, which is over there. I've done the road markings, so they're kind of now operational cargoes. Operational, there we go, we get the word right eventually. Cargo stands, so they can still get access. I'm still debating what to put in that corner, whether or not it will be another warehouse or even car parks or storage or whatever. I don't know yet. I haven't made up my mind, which is hard. I wish I had a plan. I wish someone gave me a plan. Right, thinking of that, if you have any suggestions what to go in this lovely corner space, this little space here, I'm thinking ULD storage, not too sure as of yet. And over here by the 737 MAX, just behind the security hub. Any ideas what I can put in these areas, please let me know, chuck them in there. I'm happy for any ideas, because I just kind of scratch my head thinking, what am I going to put in here? Because I have an idea, then I forget it, and it kind of goes in a vicious revolving circle like that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the update. I hope you have enjoyed it. And yeah, have a very good weekend. Thanks for watching. Adios and goodbye.